Hi, everybody. Diane Neto, living in Barrie. I have figured out why we have so many listings. I think I figured it out. So in 2024, I'll share the screen with you quickly here. There is 251 billion in mortgages coming up for renewal in 2024, which means if your house is coming up for renewal, your mortgages in November or December, October, and you're not going to be able to afford that payment anymore, you're going to list in the spring, right? You're going to list 4 or 5 months before you actually have to get out. You're not going to wait right to the last minute. So for people that are going to see a big increase, they're listing to try to just get out of it, right? And that also explains why the prices are so high, because right now they're not in dire straits. The mortgage isn't actually up for renewal yet. I'm paying the payment. So I'm going to list a little bit higher and see, if I can get it. The other thing is 352 billion in 2025. So 2025 is going to be even worse because there's more renewals. Now, in saying that, if the rates go down, continue to go down, more people might be able to afford it in 2025 than can now. And 40% of mortgage holders have already seen their mortgage renew at a higher rate. 40%, which means 60% haven't. So it makes sense with this many renewals coming at a time when, if you bought your house 5 years ago, it was 2019. 2020 is when the craziness started. So that's why the most is in 2025. That would be the most amount of renewals because that would be a 5-year term, right? So for people that can afford it, it's not going to be, you're not going to see a huge influx, but you're also going to see people that can't afford it. Now, also keep in mind, all these people got stress tests with a 2% above the actual interest rate. Meaning, if it was 2%, they got approved at 4%, right? Because they had to do the stress test, which means technically they could afford it, right? But the cost of living has gone up. But now when we're still hovering around 5, even though it's just below it, that would mean that their stress tests, they haven't even reached what they were approved for at this time. They were approved for lower than that because the interest rate was so low, 2% only brought them to 4. And now we're closer to 5, right? So I think that's why we see so many listings coming out. And because the market and the interest rate isn't going down, they're not selling. And there's a lot of high price listings because they're not in an emergency. Oh my God, I got to get out right this minute. I think I figured it out. Like, subscribe, or drop me a comment.